You know, but that would be great, man. You know, now that I remember, now that you said that, you know, I think the biggest challenge would be Usyk. That's something like out of this world.
Yeah.
Does it make sense? But you know, but that's the only guy that I think that would be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know, that would be another big challenge. That's another topic. You know, because he is the fucking pound for pound best.
I mean, use legs, fast. I mean, what type of fighter?
Brother, right now,
that could.
There's no ingredient. There's nothing to beat the Mexican monster. What I seen, even me, I'm impressed. I'm like, what the fuck? How does he throw those fucking big punches like the Lofkin shots? How did he drop that hand and hit you? And then he's gonna do it again, but he changed it down. Uppercuts, you know, everything, bro. You know, footwork, defense. You know, right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see any danger for David Benavidez at 175 and at cruiserweight or
Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe.
What's poppin', box fans? Got some news coming to you right now. David Benavidez this past Saturday took apart Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez in a Cinco de Mayo fight. Now, Turkey Al-Sheikh has came out and said that the fight that he wants to make in 2027 would be David Benavidez versus Oleksandr Usyk. That'll be a blockbuster fight.
David Benavidez has once again shocked the boxing world, and now his team is aiming even higher. Instead of targeting the usual names at light heavyweight or cruiserweight, Team Benavidez has set its sights on undisputed heavyweight champion Oleksandr Usyk. The unexpected call-out immediately grabbed attention across the sport. Behind the scenes, major discussions are reportedly taking place, fueled by growing interest, big financial opportunities, and the possibility of a historic cross-division showdown.
Is that why the biggest challenge might be going up to heavyweight and maybe facing a heavyweight?
Yeah, that could be the reason. You know, at the end of the day, you know, he's fucking beating everybody, every division. So might as well go to fucking heavyweight. You know. But that would be great, man. You know, now that I remember, now that you said that, you know, I think the biggest challenge would be Usyk. That's something like out of this world.
Yeah.
Does it make sense? But you know, but that's the only guy that I think that would be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know, that would be another big challenge. That's another topic. You know, because he is the fucking pound for pound best.
I mean, you spoke about Roy Jones Jr. He went up to heavyweight to find a challenge.
Yeah, no,
right?
and I think that's what I'm saying. You know, like, but I think he's really young right now. The weight is not there. You know, he's gonna go down to 175. I mean, we're not even there to develop at cruiserweight. You know, so we're going to be playing in those two divisions, cruiserweight, who wants to fight?
The reaction after Benavidez's victory over Zurdo Ramirez gave fans a clear idea of how confident his team has become, while the boxing world was still reacting to the performance. His father and trainer, Jose Benavidez Sr., made a bold statement. According to him, there are very few fighters at 175 or 200 pounds capable of truly challenging his son. He described David as a relentless pressure fighter whose pace and intensity can overwhelm opponents over time. For Team Benavidez, the goal is no longer just collecting titles. It's building a legacy that stands out in boxing history.
Canelo, yeah. Canelo Alvarez was here, you know.
He told me he wasn't interested in staying for the main event, that he only came to see how he did and took off.
Thank God he left, because otherwise he would have gotten really scared, you know. With that kind of performance, I would leave too, you know. But you know, to be honest with you, David's a cruiserweight champion now, 3-division champion. You know, that guy's never gonna fight David. You know, I mean, David's the face of boxing now. It's his era. You know, Canelo is not the same no more. He's tired. Reflexes are not good. You know, the feet is not good no more. His power's not there anymore. I think he's gonna struggle with them, Billy. You know, at the end of the day, man, I just want to talk about David Benavidez. To be honest, the Mexican monster. You know.
And with that, What's next? We've heard B-Ball all the talk all week about going back down to 75.
B-Ball gave us a belt, handed us a belt, you know, the WBC belt. Muchas gracias. Right, same here, bro.
We're here. You know, Oscar knows him.
No. Hey, por Oscar se hizo esto por ustedes.
No, güey.
Y como te digo, gracias al Zurdo que nos dio la oportunidad, no tenía que. Pero esos putos huevotes. Ya, esos huevotes, ese es un pinche guerrero para mí.
Felicidades.
Gracias, muchas gracias.
Que mío. Whatever you need.
Yeah, thank you. So, B-Ball, you know, it's he handed us the WBC belt 175. He didn't want to fight. Benavidez didn't want to fight. So hopefully, after this performance, I thought we were going to get a fight, but I don't think they're going to fight. You know, it's going to be mandatory for the WBA to fight David Benavidez. If he doesn't fight, we're going to take his belt.
To understand why the Usyk challenge is gaining attention, it's important to look at what Benavidez has already achieved. He has now captured titles across multiple weight divisions, continuing to expand his reputation as one of boxing's most dangerous fighters. His aggressive style, high punch output, and constant pressure have made him one of the toughest matchups in the sport today. With fewer major challenges left in nearby divisions, his team now appears interested in testing themselves against the biggest names possible, even at heavyweight. That's where the idea of facing Usyk enters the conversation.
Insane to maybe ask. We just saw a heavyweight rematch yesterday. Not yesterday, a couple of days ago, and Usyk essentially dethroned the whole entire division, 2 division undisputed. He's flirted with the idea, probably not, but maybe going down to cruiserweight. If you get past this division, Bivol or Arthur better be winner. Is it far-fetched to ask you of a cruiserweight and maybe even you and Usyk? Like, is that insane to think, or?
To be honest with you, I had to deal with these monsters in this weight class first. Usyk, I don't think I have enough experience to go against Usyk. To be honest, I'm just being 100% honest. But like you say never. Maybe in the future, but as of right now, I'm just focused on these guys. Maybe I don't know. I would say maybe in 5-6 years, but in 5-6 years, he's probably gonna be like 40-some or probably even older. But I don't know. I think I have a tremendous respect for Usyk, and he's the greatest of all time. And if I have the opportunity to share the ring with him, I'm not gonna say no. But it's probably gonna be
At first, many fans dismissed the Usyk call-out as emotional post-fight excitement. But the conversation changed after boxing insider Mike Coppinger reported that influential figures within the sport are seriously interested in making the matchup happen. Reports suggest that Turki Alalshik is exploring the possibility of staging the fight in the future, potentially in 2027, what originally seemed like a long-term idea for Team Benavidez may now be moving faster than expected due to growing fan interest and the massive scale of the event.
Speaking of spectacle, the Mexican monster David Benavidez went on Cam and Mace's It Is What It Is podcast. It's a good podcast. Out opponents he'd be interested in and said, quote, maybe one day we could get a fight with Usyk. I would definitely be up for that task. Now, guys, he's been clear with us. He doesn't mean Usyk right now, because before then, there's Beterbiev, right? There's Bivol. There's Opataya at cruiserweight. But, guys, if David Benavidez is good enough to get through those, I think he could be an interesting matchup with Usyk. And let me tell you why. Guys, are you familiar with the transitive property in mathematics? What that means is, if equation A equals equation B, and equation B equals equation C, then A equals C. If A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C, right? That doesn't work that way in boxing. There's no transitive property